Dessert Olympics unleashed. So my neighborhood has a tradition of hosting a potluck every year to celebrate the end of summer. Everyone brings a dish, and we all get together in the community park for an afternoon of eating, laughing, and catching up. This year, I thought I'd impress everyone with my grandmother's secret recipe for lasagna. I was ready to wow the crowd, so imagine my surprise when I showed up and found myself standing in a sea of pies, cakes, and enough brownies to keep Willy Wonka in business. Somehow, everyone had brought dessert. It was like fate had conspired to give us all type 2 diabetes in one sitting. Well, at first, we were a bit bewildered, but as the sugar began to settle in our systems, something magical happened. I guess when life gives you lemons, or in our case, lemon meringue pies, you make lemonade, or at least a lemonade stand competition. The kids started it off, challenging each other to see who could eat an entire slice of cheesecake the fastest. Before long, the adults got involved, and the next thing we knew, we had created the first ever Neighborhood Olympics, Dessert Edition. Who knew that a sugar rush could turn mild-mannered suburbanites into fierce competitors? Events included the Jell-O javelin toss, where contestants hurled gelatin molds as far as they could, and the cupcake shot put, which resulted in more frosting on faces than on the cupcakes themselves. There was also an impromptu speed-eating marathon, where the goal was to devour an entire chocolate cake without using hands. Of course, we had some casualties. One ambitious neighbor tried to combine the Jell-O javelin with the speed-eating marathon and ended up with a face full of Jell-O and a new nickname, Wobbly Bob. By the end of the day, we were sprawled out on the grass, laughing and high on sugar and camaraderie. As the sun set, someone jokingly suggested adding a new event to next year's lineup, the Diabetes Decathlon. But the real kicker? The Neighborhood Association president stood up and said, "Next year, let's be sure to coordinate our dishes a bit better." To which my neighbor, still wiping chocolate from his chin, replied, "Why? I think we've all found our sweet spot."